Just Face It radio show with evangelist Staffy Butler Blakely, where we face life victoriously. And now, here's your host. You've got to face life victoriously.
Well, hello, everyone. What's up, Facebook and friends? Welcome to the Just Face It show with your girl. Yes, Evangelist Staffy B. You just call me Staffy B. Absolutely. Listen. I need for you to share. This show tonight is going to be fire. They have all been fire. And you don't want to miss tonight. I just want to thank you all for tuning in with me on a daily basis, or as I get people to come on, because it's been a little bit of a challenge to get people to come on, but not really. God has yet given me favor, and I tell you, it's just been a matter of asking, and they simply say yes. Praise God for favor. Yeah. I am grateful, and thankful for favor. Listen, there is still so much going on, and we don't want to start to forget the events that have taken place and that have gone on since January, since November, when we really found out that this COVID thing existed last year, really, and just hit us hard in March. My goodness, leap year came in leaping. 9 ladies leaping. I don't know what number it was on the Christmas Carol, but she came in leaping, because you know that this is leap year. It's 2020. It's so much landmark about this year. We all came in quoting and saying, you know, clear vision. God's going to give me better. Baby, did he open our eyes or what? Did he open our eyes or what? I mean, we have never seen anything like what's going on. So we're dealing with pandemic, we're dealing with protests, we're, somebody said pandemonium, all the P's are coming alive. And prayer has been number one in a lot of folks' books that did not think about prayer. But I don't want us to start to diminish prayer, because when this all first went down, everybody was praying for everybody, and we were checking up on everybody and making sure we were doing all that was told to us. And it's just so evident how we can get complacent and start to draw back. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to talk very long, but I want us to stay encouraged. I want you to support. Listen, I need you to go to my YouTube channel, Staffy B. It has a girl picture. Some guy had the nerve to create a page that says Staffy B. I'm mad at him. But go on and share. I got 5,000 friends in my Facebook world, and at least 1,000 of you, if you can go over. And I've uploaded a whole lot of videos. Just go on and like them. And even if you don't like them, I'll take a thumbs down. You know, when you're in this business, you've got to learn to take the bitter with the sweet. Got to learn how to do both. Okay. So I am so excited tonight. I have a wonderful singer tonight, recording artist. Let me go in and see if I can pull her over. I'm going to talk to her. I got some names in here. I don't know who these people are. Amazing. That's the only thing about, I'll go in and check. And if they're not somebody that's invited, then they will get it. Let me just give me a second and let me check to see what my guest name, because people, I will know them as their name, but you know, they may come under Facebook as something else. But these names, I don't know who these people are. And we will find out. You just stay with me for a minute and we will go from there. Right, right, right. Yeah, I know. Okay, just bear with me and I'll see who these people are and I'll go from there. And I'm not sure. Dodi? No, I'm not sure who that is. So I will, I don't know who that is. Who are you?
I'm Dodi's god sister.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm like, okay, now who is this?
Is this?
Okay, I think I know what she did, but it's okay.
Was
It's
I
okay.
supposed to be on?
No, you're fine. You stay right there. The more the merrier, because this show is gonna be hot. And so let me see who else she didn't send something to. I ain't seen her yet. That's who I'm looking for.
I use Zoom every day for work because I'm working
Okay,
from home. So I
okay.
was just getting here.
So I don't know if she.
So you're waiting on this. Are you the host?
I am.
You're waiting on your 16 people or whomever. Yeah.
Well, just it's yeah. It was supposed to be her as my singing guest, but I think what she did was share the address to her friends instead of sharing it on Facebook. It's okay. Okay, we love a little audience, honey. I love a little audience.
Yeah.
So I don't know who this next person I'm clicking on, but we'll find out and we will see. So I'm meeting some new friends. What's your name?
Alonda.
Alonda. Okay.
But they call me GB if you say GB.
Okay, GB. Well, welcome to my show. This is the Just Face It show, and welcome to it. And it's just a show where we face life victorious. So I've been doing a series called After the Protest, Then What? So you may be able to even share something. I don't know what you do for 11, but this is wonderful. I'm loving it.
I do risk management liaison. I'm in real estate, so I'm all over. I go from state to state typically, but I'm working from home until further notice.
Okay. Well, very good. So this is wonderful. So you've experienced probably some racism stuff. I know that.
Absolutely. Even with my position coming in. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I know that real estate world can be tough.
Oh, yes. Especially when you're coming in right under the CEO. When you go out, you have to facilitate, and it's not always received well. And the disciplinary.
Sometimes they don't expect your face.
Absolutely not. Well, they do, but they don't expect my authority or my knowledge.
Oh, okay. That's a great subject to talk about. So what do? You sell homes or?
I don't right now. I do more of the management aspect, but I do the risk management liaison. Like if there's a risk for the company, I'll go out and assess it and say, this is a risk or we're liable for this. This is what we should do. So I do an umbrella of things.
Oh, wow. That's
I'll have to get to know each other because
absolutely. So you can help me get a house kind of thing or something, or?
I can advise, especially on credit repair. I do that. And right now that's going to be instrumental to obtaining a home. I do credit repair the legal way. I can teach that. Absolutely. According to the law.
So that means that there are some other ways to.
Well, I mean, I do it the legal way, which gets their attention versus just the dispute. I do it the legal way with the paperwork to make them actually adhere to what the law says they have to do.
Oh, okay.
Are you in the Detroit area?
I am.
I am actually moving there. I'm in Okemos now. I was telling Dodi, so now that all my kids are grown, I'm an empty nester. I'm able to move from here and actually come out there by my corporate office. So
okay, so you're in Okemos, you said?
I'm in Okemos. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm meeting new people.
Yes, and my son is a singer as well. So that's
why. Oh, really?
My little boy is a powerhouse.
Is he hanging around? Because I don't know where Dodi is.
You know, he should be here momentarily. He went to Walmart. My son is just amazing. You have to meet. This is Dodi's little, kind of like her nephew. So yes, those two together.
Well, if he walks in the door real soon, he might become my guest because I'm seeing a bunch of people names I don't know. And I'm thinking maybe she must have.
Would you like me to call her?
Would you be willing? Because
absolutely. I'm gonna go to.
Okay. Everybody, while Londa is calling, I'm looking for my singer. Bishop Amere May is in my holding room. I'm waiting, but I'm trying to maintain the protocol on my show. So these things happen, but my goodness, that she was wonderful to meet, and that is definitely something that we need to talk about. Because racism, if we would just face it, it is everywhere. And it's really just a difference. It really just means a difference. I don't like your culture, or I don't like who you are. And I might think I'm better than you kind of thing. So it's we got a long way to go if we think we're going to really solve this problem. And if not, if Dodi's not there, what I'll do, she's not there.
She didn't pick up just yet.
Okay, so what I'll do, if you could text her and tell her that I'll have her sing at the end, and I'll just go right to my other guest. And you're welcome to stay on, Londa, if you like. I'm just gonna go because he's absolutely radical. Let me do this. Stand by, Bishop Amere. And so we will do this. Stand by, stand by. Everybody, yeah, so what, so what, so what? Okay, Londa, I'm gonna send you back to the waiting room. Okay, and I'm gonna go here. Okay, so at this time, I'm gonna bring in my special guest. Let me get him in. I finally made his great list. Wait a minute. Now I don't see him. What is going on? I know we've had some problems with the phone lines today, which I found crazy. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think that's happening with that? Okay, he was there. Oh, wait, maybe that's him. I don't see him. I've been going well all week long, and now this is happening to me. But welcome to the world of technology. I know we've had some problems with the phone lines, and maybe because he is coming out of the Carolinas. Bishop Amere, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, wonderful. There he is. All right, I want to give me just a moment because I just learned what to do. We'll do this. And okay, here we go. Welcome to the show, my dear. Let me just do a formal invite to you, a formal, stop looking at your clock, which is,
No, I'm looking like,
okay, there we go. All right. Let me just introduce this young man to everybody. He is a bishop. He's the founder of Abundant Faith Worship Center. He's currently operating out of Charlotte, North Carolina, originally from Kalamazoo, South Bend area, right? South Haven, which is right around Kalamazoo. Lake Michigan, okay, he'll correct me. He will correct me. He is also founder of Revamp, president, CEO, founder, all of that, of the Revamp Covenant Churches, and that's where he has gathered several churches under him, and they do a wonderful, wonderful thing, not just in North Carolina, but all over. And I want him to talk a little bit about that. He's radical, former NBA player. He shoots straight from the hip. He doesn't hold his tongue, and he definitely has a platform. He definitely has something to say. Yes, during these times. And if you on Facebook at all, and he's on every day, a couple times a day. If it's something hits him, he comes on and he talks about it. Welcome to my little show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
I got a chance to bypass the administrative assistants and the clerk and all of that. Praise God.
My administrator, one of them was your choir member. So.
Oh, well, she'd be all right. Miss Ebony, shoe in. Well, welcome to the show, my dear.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me.
Let's just get right to it. My son has a term for you, preacher by day, and he said thug by night, because he just the world of you. He says Bishop Amere tells it just like it is. I say absolutely, and that's been since I've kind of known him, but we met years and years and years ago through Eastern Michigan, visiting his church in South Haven, I believe, or somewhere up there.
Kalamazoo, I passed in Kalamazoo.
Okay, in Kalamazoo. What made you move to North Carolina in the first place?
Well, I went to
You went there
college.
with no friends, no nothing. You just went.
Well, in 1995, when King and I was just got married, and I began to play basketball at Shaw University.
Okay.
I went to Abundant Life Christian Center, Church of God of Christ, and was birthed there, reclaimed my life under Bishop Powell.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, Amani was coming, and Kenya went back to Michigan, and I went overseas to Argentina, Israel, and played ball over there. And in the meantime, Kenya went back to Michigan.
Okay.
And that's how we end up in Michigan, and end up birthing a church in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My grandfather's church in South Haven, Michigan. We
Mm-hmm.
went to Kalamazoo about 33 miles, and birthed there. And the Lord really blessed, and he just called us back to the Carolinas. We supposed to go to the Carolinas, never left Carolina, but we did out of convenience.
Okay.
So now we're back in Charlotte, and we're enjoying the weather, where you all have to suffer from the cold.
I know. And you guys, it's really a wonderful, wonderful place to retire.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends have come there and are retired. Let's just get right to it, and let's just dig right in to it. It's so much to talk about. I got 1,000 notes here, just what direction to try to even go in. But of course, the George Floyd case has sparked international protests and outbreaks and all kinds of things. Do you think that this is just from your spiritual point of view, that his death, considering we were going through a pandemic, do you think it's a coincidence?
No, I don't think it's a coincidence. And I also think it is the hand of God, but yet it is Satan working his works, being the prince of the air. There's a lot of deception and deceitfulness that's going on. I'm kind of leery of any time a mass group of Caucasian Europeans want to help the Black man in their cause, while all of a sudden all of these people are protesting. And the reason I say that, to validate what I'm saying, is a lot of times we're seeing undercover police officers who have infiltrated the Black Lives Peaceful March, and they've been burning down buildings, they've been rioting, and they've been trying to, really degrade the movement of the Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. And so it's a lot of questions, a lot of emotions going on, and not saying that all white people are bad, no. But massive, even in Berlin, they're protesting. You know, even in Germany, they're protesting. And so the question is, why? Is this God setting us up according to eschatology so it could be a great revival in the church? But a lot of people say, well, God is doing something, he's sending a revival. Well, how can there be a revival without repentance first? So America has to repent for the egregious acts towards Black people, period. Until they repent, there cannot be no global revival. Okay, I totally agree with that. And that's what I feel. You can't just have revival and no one repent. Right. To ever to have revived, that means I'm revived. That means I have to be restored. To be able to be restored, I have to get what's due me. Not necessarily asking for people to hand us out anything, but we need our own, for us, by us. And we can't integrate unless we segregate first and get ourselves together. I can't get your house together if I don't have my house together. If I'm dysfunctional and you bring in your dysfunctional, we're just gonna have a dysfunctional house. And so America, how can we walk together except we agree? So the question I have is a lot of questions. What are these white people really saying? And then on another aspect, they're not really protesting for George Floyd. George Floyd is the ice cream, or he's the whipped cream on the cake. The cake has already been made. And George Floyd was just the whipped cream. Because 10 days, right. Well, not in the icing on the cake, not even 10 or 12 days later, we have another Rashawn. He's been shot in his back two times, and while people are waiting on their food. And so they had no regards for life. They have no regards for life. And so the question is, what do? We can't say pray. We've been praying for 400 years. You have to look over the side praying. And one thing about it, when we begin to value ourselves and realize who we are, they then will value us as well.
So now you're sounds like you're saying that the charity has to start at home.
Oh, it
Because
has to. It has to.
to me,
I
it's
mean,
overwhelming.
right. We're looking for the white evangelicals to say something, which they should, but we should say something. I mean, we should get ourselves together. If we
Yeah.
get ourselves together, they will then value us. We're not even together in the ecclesiastic world. We're not in the church world. We're not together in the underground world, in the streets. We're not together. We're just disunified. We're not together. And when we come together, then you're going to see a mass exodus, and you're going to see a lot of people. They're going to leave in America. Black men come together. They're going to go back to Europe.
Wow. Wow. Now, do you think that this is possible to happen? Because you as a bishop has experienced probably quite a bit just within the church. I know the church has some ills and some things that, and which is where the people should be able to run to, considering all that's going on. But do you think the church is ready to receive? Are we equipped to handle?
We just had a video that went viral because we chanted Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Well, they were very myopic concerning the chant. It was just in the middle of a church. Anybody know me? I'm spontaneous and I just break out and do something. Just instead of this Sunday, I said, instead of come by here, dear Lord, I said, Black Lives Matter, dear Lord. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, dear Lord. Black Lives Matter. So, I put that, interject that, but people said, that ain't the place. Well, millennials don't have a clue because they don't understand the civil rights started within the Black church. Black chants, when you go back to when we were in Africa, before they would go to war, the men would get together collectively, dance and chant before they go to war. And so we did that little chant and people didn't like it. They talked about it. I didn't care. They didn't pay my mortgage and rent. But the simple fact is that they were more saying what was speaking against it than trying to hear the cause. And this is the day we're in. We're in the day when people would judge you from a 30 to 40-second clip, not knowing the work you're putting in, not understanding what you're doing in your community, not understanding the pillar that you are to community, not understanding that you're helping kids get into HBCU schools, you're paying light bills, you're doing all this. So we had a right to chant. Our church has a right to chant whatever we want to chant, especially when it comes to Black Lives Matter, because Black lives do matter. But then we have there's two arguments here. It's very oxymoron. Do we support Black Lives Matter movement or do we support the organization? See, it's so much to talk about because a lot of people say they don't want to support the organization because 3 lesbians birthed it out. Okay. Then a lot of people want to say, well, Black Lives Matter, but I just don't want to support the organization. So there's a lot of stuff going on here that we really got to refocus, refocus so God can really restore.
Now, do you think all people are racist? And have you been, have they said that about you since you're so for the Black people? And
no, Black people can't be racist.
Okay.
It's impossible. According to etymology, according to the Webster Dictionary, we cannot be racist. I mean, we have not been taught, we have not come over here as the superior race. And so we cannot be racist. We can believe in our race. And a lot of times we're easily distracted. We're depicted upon as racist because when we tell the truth. When we tell the truth, especially you in Detroit, we're from Michigan, the northern white man is different from the southern white man. I respect the southern white man even better because he'll put his Confederate flag out, he'll chew his tobacco, he's a redneck, and he'll tell you how he feels. He's open. The northern white man, they will smile in your face and cut your throat. And by the time you get to your office, fire you, and you don't even know you're fired. And then you have people that's like the hillbillies. Hillbillies are down. They just like to get drunk. I got some good hillbilly friends. Bonfire, drink all night, fight all night. They act just like thugs in the street, but you'll never know it. They chase hogs, deal with mud. They just hillbillies, shoot their rifles. They just lawless. You'll never know. And then you have rednecks who believe in certain white supremacy and all this kind of stuff. Then you have white supremacists who believe in white power and all. So there's levels to this white man thing of this European thing. It's levels to being Black. You know, you got some Black hood guys, you got thugs, and then you got some college boys, and you got some church boys. So we have to find a common ground. And we know what, this is America. We have the land of the free. People ought to be able to feel free the way they want to feel. I'm not gonna boycott everything since somebody said Black lives don't matter to me. Black lives ain't gonna matter to some white people. You have to accept that. I ain't boycotting every restaurant that every owner say how he feel. But because we are in the position of the slave still, and we're not in the position of ownership, we have to still, only thing we can do is boycott. All we can do is throw a bomb and burn down the building. When
So
this, how else we gonna fight?
Yeah.
The way we fight, if we economically empower ourselves,
Okay.
then the change will come. But we've been burning down buildings since the 60s.
Yeah, and you don't see any profitability in the burning down of the buildings.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Now, do you feel Black people should go to Black churches and white people should go to their own churches?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Why do you feel like that?
You know what I found out? Do you know I would want my son Amere, he's gifted, he's talented, and Amere probably can go to any school in America, Harvard, Yale, et cetera, et cetera. But Amere graduated from an HBCU school. You know the difference between HBCU schools? They do the same thing that Yale students do to the senators and the governor's children. They protect their own. Okay, George Bush, his own father said he was one of the most illiterate sons that he ever had. His own father said this. And he was alcoholic, he was a hippie and all this kind of stuff. President Ford's son, even in Detroit, he was a hippie. They said, we're gonna disinherit you if you don't get your act together. So the benefits of being Black by Black, we know each other.
Yeah.
One of the things that we have to do is start policing. This is what I'm gonna tell the connection to the White House, that we must get Black men, real Black men on the police force, give them good benefits, give them good pay, and send them to our communities. Not those Stevens I call them Django, not those house Negroes that'll whoop you just worse as the white man, but just to prove to the white man you ain't prejudiced. Now I ain't talking about them type. I'm talking about those authentic individuals that can go into their neighborhood. That's why there's so much we got to do. We need to change the laws. If you haven't been in the felon or 20, you should be able to be a police officer if you once was a gang member. You know why? An ex-gang member can turn to a police officer and go in the community and get more respect than any police could, because he's been there. He's been there. He understands the streets. He can say, come here, young blood. I know you're dirty. I know, get somewhere. So I'm gonna give you a warning. I smell the weed. I understand. I'm gonna give you a warning. Go to your mama house. I know your mama. I know Miss Thompson. I know Miss May, Miss Cunningham. We're gonna give you a chance. That's what they do in HBCU schools. When our children go to teachers who understand our struggle, and the teachers and professors at HBCUs are not going to just eliminate you because you're tardy or you're late. They're going to work with you because they understand the social condition that you're going through as a product coming out of a single parent home. Maybe you may have been a crack baby. Your daddy may be in prison. They understand those dynamics, so they work with you. It's not that white people cannot lead Black people. It's that even in our struggles, most white men could never tell me how to be a Black man. Never.
Yeah.
It's never been. So it ain't about scripture based. It's about experience. When I get through the challenge and the vicissitudes of life, how are you going to help me if I go to my white pastor and tell them they just searched me and stripped me and have me on the ground in front of my wife and children? How do you know how that feels? You're not Black. You don't know the pain. You can only imagine. You can only say, brother, I pray for you. And most of you all gonna pray for me in private, but look out the window at me in public. You ain't gonna stand with me in public. And so that's why it's not just saying that it's because of racism. It's because every time you see in the Bible, God always raised up individual from that ethnic culture for their people. Jesus, when he first started ministry, didn't come for everybody. Jesus said, I come for the lost sheep of Israel. At the end of his ministry, he said, therefore, go out into the world and preach the gospel. You understand that even Matthew, he was sent and wrote most of his writing to the Jews. Mark was to the Romans, all right? Luke was to a certain crowd. And John was universal. Everybody doesn't have a universal ministry. And it's okay with that. I mean, it's just the truth.
Now you have a problem with certain white pastors.
I don't have a problem with nobody. I got a problem with certain Black pastors.
Yeah, you do. You probably do. But
you know what? I asked my wife today, have you ever noticed where are the Asians and the Hispanics during these wars? I mean, it's just black and white.
Well, you know, one thing I found out because I've worked with them is they don't get involved in things like this.
Yeah.
If you disrespect an Asian person, the way they get back at you is they don't come back to your establishment anymore, which is a great lesson for everybody to learn. If we do something bad to them, you don't see them anymore. So they fight slightly in silence, but also with their dollar.
Oh, okay.
Exclusively. I had a Japanese young lady tell me that, because I work in an international venue, and sometimes we would have those kinds of conversations. And she said, we just don't say anything. If we don't like how you treated us, if you didn't give us the proper service, we just don't come back, and we tell the rest of our people don't use that product anymore. So you may see a dip in your product if they were big on your list. That's why we don't, I can't say exclusively, but I do know that's why we haven't really seen a bunch of them around, because they back out, and if you don't support them, they cut you right off. They cut you right off. And that's kind of something for us to kind of look at. And again, they hit you in your pocket.
Right.
So we don't have to tear up nothing. We don't have to burn it all down. But I do understand the anger. What would you say to some young people that are angry, because these are our millennials predominantly going out there?
Well, I was gonna, before I interrupt you was gonna ask me what preacher I didn't like.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back to that. That's a little more juicy.
No, I love everybody.
Because you ranted today a little bit about.
No, because everybody is shocked about Rod Parsley. Rod Parsley is a typical white man. I mean, great ministry, great preacher, but he still has the same proclivities like everybody else. And you can see it coming from a high middle class town like South Haven, predominantly white town. You can see that he has, at the end of the day, he's a white man. I mean, why everybody shocked? Black people.
Well, because he has a black flair, he has black musicians and singers, and
that's marketing.
A good portion of his church.
Does he have black flair at his home?
Well,
what is this conversation?
I mean, I don't know.
Watch this. What is this conversation in his home?
Yeah.
What is this conversation with his other buddies like him?
Yeah.
What is this conversation in the privacy of his corridors about black people? And because he have a black musician, I mean, why wouldn't you? We're the best. I mean, we're the best singers. I mean, we're the best musicians. Why wouldn't you?
I brought that up because that's why people are shocked, because it looks like from our vantage point is that he has supported the black culture because he's benefited from the black culture.
Okay. He's benefited from the B3 sound, the Hammond organ. He's benefited from the black sound of the church. And anything white that sounds black is instantaneously a success. Justin Timberlake, Eminem, Elvis Presley, all of them. Anything a white man could do that's similar to black. I mean, black churches, I mean, just like Sunday Best, I thought that show was a hoax, because it's Sunday's Best in every black church in America. There's somebody that can sing.
Absolutely.
So, we just so used to it, but then when Asian, Caucasian, anybody can do it like us, they instantaneously become a success story. So Rob Parsley was a marketing genius. There are I don't think there are too many multicultural churches in America. They're multi-ethnic. The ethnicity is different. Remember, Asian, white, black, but the culture don't change. We sing with the help, with the greeters, but we're not over the finances. We're not on the trustee board. We're not the vice president of the company. We're not making the decisions. We're the janitor, we're the organ, and we're the worship leader. But besides that, the culture of it never changes.
Yeah. So what would you say to black people that have switched? Leave. Okay.
Exodus.
Okay. So black people who have left black churches specifically to go to white churches because they felt that they were better. They're what?
Abused.
Oh.
A lot of it.
The black church?
A lot of them, they feel like the black church, they discovered the lie was a lie. They discovered that we need a new Jesus, that Jesus is not a white guy with blue eyes, long hair, and you've been propagating this stuff. And they discovered that you can enjoy life, support your son's games, wear pants, wear makeup. They discovered a relationship with Christ beyond tradition and legalism. Because they discovered that they'd rather suffer and give up their spiritual conquest, I would say, or their spiritual ecstasy, to sit there and be liberated, to get a word. And one of the other things, they feel like, though, over here, that my child likes it because it's like Disneyland to them.
Oh.
The children's church is having fun and beginning to know Jesus in a child's way, versus standing and have to be terrorized and stand in front of a church and say an Easter speech.
Yeah.
You know, dread.
Right.
See, they dread where they could come, their child could go, oh, I can't wait to go to campgrounds, and they're going to the campgrounds. You know, our Black churches, we going to another conference, and we got to speak before people. We got to dress up, and they could just wear their T-shirts and just enjoy their youth. And so a lot of times we're losing a lot of Black families because of the children's ministry. The youth ministry is one of the leading causes why Black families are going to Caucasian churches. They know the word ain't like the Black church, they know the sound and music, but they're compromised because their children love it.
Oh, okay. Now, a bunch of your criticism has come from us. It's come from the Black people. What would you say to that?
Well, most of my criticism come from people that need deliverance. And whenever you say something, if you're a closet individual that need deliverance, it's going to come out on social media, because social media is the only platform that gives a nobody an opportunity to become somebody. I mean, you're not even relevant and nowhere in life, but you can get on social media and you can put a green screen behind you. You can type anything. You can be a guerrilla gangster, a keyboard gangster, and nobody can stop you. That's your platform. Prior to Facebook, but Facebook was taken away. Some of us wouldn't even know our name.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we wouldn't even know what you look like.
Right.
Okay? And so this is the reasons why so many people, they like to, they like to shoot shots at you. Because you're opinionated, you're powerful, strong Black voice, your strong Black image, and you raise a strong Black young man that's not effeminate. So you're proof that yes, you can raise a strong Black man, and some people will hate that. They're envious of that. We have a lot of envy within ourselves.
Yeah.
Please be reminded that Europeans were not gifted enough, strong enough, crafty enough to take us from Africa, to bring us across the land, to take us and put us in chains to Virginia without Black people's help.
Okay.
That's been since the infancy of time. If we come together, we wouldn't have so much hate. Black people hate. So now it's danger. I tell my son, hey, where there's a whole bunch of Black folks at, you leave. Hey, son, was a whole bunch of white folks at, you leave. So we in betwixt. Nowadays, you just got to get in where you fit in. Get with you and your friends and sit down somewhere, because white supremacists, they'll hang you from a tree, but Black folks will shoot you down.
Wow.
So
we got a long way to go.
We got a long, I don't think it'll change in my lifetime unless God do something supernatural. Yeah,
I think it's quite overwhelming. Now, you're a big
guy. God can't change it, because they was in Egypt for 400 years, and all of a sudden he did it just like that.
Yeah.
Like, God can't shut it down. It's because now he shut the church down. The church is shut down now. And I don't care how many doors are open, you ain't getting everybody back right now. So you got to continue so your focus should be outside of the church. Yeah. People used to tell me before Facebook, don't get on live, man. You don't lie too much. So you don't have to be. Now everybody on live. Now what? I mean, Facebook was the devil, and we didn't got no business on there. They were missing the tools. They were missing what God was doing, and so they were criticizing and said, "Well, even some of my ministers, he on Facebook, he's crying out to the people too much." Now what? Now everybody's on Facebook. Whatever you do in ministry, you got to know what time it is.
Now you a big guy. What about 6'6", 7, 8?
6'6". I like to say 6'5.5" or 6'7" because I don't like none 6'6" or 6'6". 6 means man, so I'm double man. Put it like that. 6'6".
Double man. That's about right. That's about right. Now you're and because I bring that up, and I give that description because George Floyd was about your height, and maybe even your stature. He was a big guy. What challenges have you faced just as a Black guy, big Black guy, walking in any store, driving down the street, what have you? What challenges have you faced?
Kenya,
that perspective.
do I do rated PG or rated R on this question? All right, let me see. She said, best foot forward. Well,
African.
years ago, I had what I call a rabbit on my, when the police would stop me, I had a rabbit on my record, so it'd pull up. That means he would resist, he would fight, he would possibly have a weapon, et cetera, et cetera. You know, I've been in chases, I've been in raids. I've tried to run over 3 police officers. I was driving backwards 60 miles per hour while throwing drugs and guns out the street, out my car. This is a true story. I'm the bishop's grandson. And when they see me, I always have to be careful because when they stop me, they stop with their gun out already until they had to get it off and, you know, off my record and stuff. And so it's always been a challenge, not only for policemen, even for people in the streets. Because I know guys is not going to just knuckle up with me, you know, they're not going to do that. And see, that's why one of the reasons I had gained weight, and this is funny, I gained weight and stopped working out because one time I was playing basketball and me and my son Amere, we were playing and it was like people was coming against us and I just lost it and snapped. So 8, 9 police officers surrounded me and tried to kick me out of this Gus Macker festival. You know, in Michigan, we have Gus Mackers. And I told them, I'll kill all y'all. Come on, y'all, you know, let's go at it. I was just out of it. And my wife was like, you don't never need to play ball again. You lost it like that. My point in saying is always have been a threat. Always been a threat because of my size. You know, it's hard being a big man in society because whatever you say, people, they use against you. Sometimes they're intimidated. You talk to people, it's hard if they're not confident. I find even problems with intimidating people, even in the pulpit from the churches. It's hard. Not only am I a big man, but I'm a knowledgeable man that God is, because of my study, but God has given me also wisdom how to apply the knowledge. So that really intimidates people. And so if you're a mental midget, it's hard to be my friend because I'm not going to bow down because of who you are. And I have an athletic approach. And some athletes, we just got this aura about ourselves. And so it's a sense of arrogancy, but not a proud look that God doesn't hate. God made us this way. So it's difficult being a black man, particularly when the police stop us. So now I try to be cordial when they stop me. I know they're intimidated. And I just pray to God I don't get stopped no more. So since I turned my life over to Christ, I don't get stopped as much anymore anyway. Because I'm at home at night, I do the right thing.
Flag them every time you, because
I would resist. Or I would have been in several scuffles with them. Or
things that really happen.
Oh, these really happened. Yeah, this is August 1994. I mean, this is things that happened. When I was in Belle Isle fighting 5 of them in Belle Isle, and and so it's amazing because I didn't never like them. We grew up with not liking the police. One of the things about the Floyd, right? One thing I didn't like is that I know I know Detroit is a crazy place. You don't play in Detroit. But where we come from, one thing about it, the hood that we had, we wouldn't allow that police to put his foot on his neck that long. We would have been throwing bottles at the police or fighting them. I'm surprised that show you how traumatic and how much power the police have over Black people, period now. We sat there and saw his life be taken. His homeboy, he could have got obstruction of justice. I'm telling you, I know we've seen it. I've been there. My friends, if that was me on the ground, they would have been throwing bottles at the police. The police would have had to chase and whip them too. But because they're suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, it's just like when the slaves owners bucked us in front of other slaves to show fear. Now, Black men are fearing the police. Now you get in cold sweats. You see somebody, oh, the police is here. You get in cold sweats like you part of the Medellin cartel. That shouldn't be. Most Black, you don't know what it means to be Black in America. That's why I try to tell people, if you're not Black, most people that's not Black men, they should be quiet right now. If you're not a Black mother, you really don't have nothing to say right now, except repent. You don't know what it means for a Black mother when they see their son go out that door, or go to high school, to drive a nice car, or because they're part of living a nice, affluent neighborhood, that they got to worry about their sons. Their sons should be able to come in at 12 o'clock after the high school party, at the high school, but we worry now because of what the police have done. We're suffering from PTSD.
Yeah. I say that too because we internalize a bunch of what is happening, which is probably what happened to the young man at Wendy's when he got out and ran.
Yes.
He took a 50-50 chance that if I run,
I'm gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
George Floyd didn't resist like that. He died.
Right.
Daily Rose kills 9 people in a church and goes to Wendy's, get a
Mhm.
sandwich, and then other people. It's too much on camera to say this is false. 1,000 or more Black people have been killed by the police,
Yeah.
and they're getting charged and walking off.
Mhm. Wow.
I'm really afraid that even George Floyd, all those 4 men, would not go to prison.
Yeah. I believe it's going to stir up some stuff if they don't go.
It's going to stir up some stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe to stir up in the midst of chaos, opportunity is created.
Yeah.
So God may allow this to happen so we can get to the place that we're supposed to be.
Mhm.
Now understand this, COVID-19 ain't all a bad thing. More people is getting more resources to come into them than there ever been. More people are being able to invest in stocks, and more some people are getting more money from unemployment than it was working.
Yeah.
So I mean, COVID-19, besides the death,
That's true.
some people are really being blessed. Some churches are gaining more finances than they ever had.
I'm gonna pose this last question to you. And my series has been After the Protest, Then What? And that's a huge, big, broad question to answer because we have so many places to go with that. But in your opinion, after the protest, then what do you say?
I'll say, I don't want to sound so bad. I would go Dr. Martin. I would go Dr. King unifies, but I've studied Dr. King. I studied Malcolm X. I studied Farrakhan. I studied my grandfather. I studied Black Panther Month. Many people don't get me when I say this. Because I don't worship with you don't mean I don't love you. All right? Segregation has to happen before integration. We were better off segregated. I know people don't like us like that, but segregation, when we was in Tulsa, I have land. My grandfather in Tulsa, I have land for that. God bless me with that. I have land in Tulsa, oil on land and all that. When we were in Tulsa and we had Black Wall Street, we were better off. It's not until, now I don't want to be really, because I got I feel sorry, and I want to say this. I appreciate all my Caucasian family and friends that I love and respect, and they respect me, because lately I've been hard on them, their forefathers, but I got to give it to them, because wherever their forefathers arrived on the planet, it was always murders, greed, theft, rape, riotous living, and they want to show us burning down a building. We have been socially engineered. We learned this behavior from other people. This is not us. Even dealing with homosexuality. Homosexuality was not in our culture, was not our nature, was not coming from it started in the Romans. It started with all that, the Europeans. But we have learned the behavior of our oppressors. We were not murderers like that. Did you just see the other day when there was a white man who got beat down and broke down and head split? You know what the Black people did? They scooped him up and got him to safety. Because Black people by nature, if they speaking in tongue or not, they have a God nature. And they always respected their mother. They always respected their grandmothers. They always respected preachers. The preachers stopped being disrespectful. But the truth of the matter is Black people always had a God nature. So I need to tell America, hold up, before we have a candlelight service, we got to meet with us. Let us get together. Let us get ourselves together. All you Asians and Vietnamese, get out of our community. This is going to be our community. We're going to have our own money. We're going to have our own grocery stores. We're going to have our community gardens. We're going to have our own literacy programs. We're going to have our fine arts. We're going to get us together. Let us deal with the drug dealers. We don't need y'all to come in. Let us deal with them, because we know their grandma, right? They may shoot you, but we know grandma. But when we get ourselves together, then the world will change. So, but we can't, I'm just saying me. I can't be in a million-man march and 900,000 are Europeans. You have been, history has recorded that I can't trust you. We've been integrated. These marches is a distraction for something greater. It's a distraction. It's a distraction because by nature, By nature, white women love black men. By nature, white men don't trust black men. They don't trust us to lead us. They don't trust us to have babies by their daughter. That's why I told my son, if I don't care if a white girl like you or not, if her daddy doesn't approve, you get rid of it. Because she'll make that daughter say you did something that you really didn't do. Why could you say that? It's so many men in prison with that story.
Yeah.
And so we got to get understanding. White men they'll buy their separation from you before they have to deal with you. This people don't talk about it. They say, well, Bishop May sounds so racist. Even the Church of God in Christ, there's 40,000 elders, 10,000 pastors, and they don't have 100 white churches, and there's 6.5 million people, but they got the Assemblies of God. Why? Yeah. Because the Assemblies of God came to Bishop May and said, we believe you. You are our founding father. You're anointed, but you're too black to lead us. So we're going to birth our own. We're going to start our own organization because you're not good enough to lead us. You're good enough to lay hands on us and transfer the whole gift of the Holy Spirit, but you're not good enough to lead us. And so once we realize that, and we realize, listen, they know they're not going to follow us. We say, well, I'm not going to follow you. That makes me mad when I see it because people don't know the real plot.
Yeah. Now, you will switch on us in 30 seconds. If the wrong person say the wrong thing. I do want people to know that you're still a man.
Everybody has, see, this is what I'm saying. The man's voice is a foreign voice right now, the alpha male. The alpha male voice is the James Evans voice is a foreign voice right now. Today's voice has to be more diverse. Cannot be a straight shooter. Yeah. It has to be more effeminate. It has to be catering to its audience. No one wants the truth just straight off. And when my generation, when you deal with a man, you're dealing with a man. You ain't dealing with a preacher, man. Your daddy's generation, I don't care. Your son gets smart with your daddy, he might get popped in the mouth. It ain't got nothing to do with him being a preacher, bishop, and everything. But we are that day when people say, you're supposed to be a bishop. I am a bishop. I love people, but when you come to me reckless, I'm gonna get with you reckless. Yeah. If I'm a bishop and you start shooting at me, I'm gonna bust back at you. Wow. I'm not trying to. Reality. That's just. I mean, just if you came to disrespect my wife, Kenya, you're gonna get choked up. Yeah. I mean, you have to pray for them. Everybody has certain sinful proclivities. Some people may drink and still preach and anoint it. Some people they smoke weed, still anointed. I know y'all don't like it. Y'all don't anoint people, God does. Peter he cut the man's ear off because he was going for the man's neck. And Jesus had to tell him, Peter, listen, he didn't say throw away your sword, he said put it up. Right? Yeah. And then Peter started cussing at the woman. Peter needed much deliverance. He was a racist. So, Paul was a racist. Oh, wretched man that I am, who should deliver me from this? So all of us have sinful proclivities. That's why I don't know why people look at gay folks in front of them. They can be gay and tear up a church, sing and everything, good in ministry. We need to allow people to utilize their gift and let God work on them. Right. Stop trying to be the judge and jury of everybody's life. Absolutely. I totally agree. I thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so much. You just face it, just do it, just y'all are awesome. Tell my main man Sterling, I appreciate this opportunity. He should have been on the live with me, but on this pandemic, we're gonna get together. Absolutely. And it's just so many areas that we need to talk about, and so much. We'll bring it up as this progresses. And now you was looking for a singer, you should have called me. I sang. I said Black Lives Matter. And that's coming out real soon, y'all. He caught flack for saying, put your knee on the neck. Right. And they didn't even know that was Malcolm X. Get your foot off my neck. He said, that ain't your billy cut, that's your foot on my neck. See, this is why people that really understand the movement in the South, they loved it. Yeah, yeah. My sons even laughed at me. They was like, Amere May, he was like, well, Dad, the thing about it, people don't know. I know you was real serious. I thought it was funny too. Because some person said no justice, no, it sounded like they said no peace. It says no justice, no peace. But it was funny. But when people began to get disrespectful, that's when I got irritated. But it was funny. You got the right, because hey, I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't like most gospel music I hear. I just don't like it. It's different, yeah. It ain't got no spirit connect to it. It doesn't stick with me, I know. I have it doesn't stick with me at all. Yeah. It's amazing how you can sing I Won't Complain or Amazing Grace and every thug in the prison start crying. Yeah. This stuff that y'all listen to is surface.
Yeah, very much so. I agree with that.
So,
Thank you so much.
I think what they sing is crap.
Yeah. But I know you're getting ready to redo it. It'll be on some CD somewhere.
Oh, it's going to be.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be, but it's going to be. It's going to be.
Send Kenya my love, because I know she's got her hands full with you.
Full with me.
Bless
All
her.
right. God bless you.
All right. Okay. Till we meet again, everybody. This is Bishop Amere May from Abundant Faith, Motion, and Choice. Blessings to you, my brother.
Choice blessings.
All right, we'll see you soon. All right, y'all, I'm going to my waiting room and get my special guest before I lose her. She's been waiting. She was supposed to be at the top of the show. I thank Bishop Amere for coming on and for showing his radical side. And there she is. Hey, Dodi. Okay, I think we're gonna get her. But as you know, you all know, I have a singer that comes on. So y'all stay with me. I'm just about to wrap up. She's gonna close us out. Hey, Dodi, you gotta unmute your phone. And you had some friends. I don't know. Let me see if they're still here. I'm gonna put them in too. There she is. Hey, Dodi. Hey, Staffy. You had invited some friends, so I'm just gonna let them in. I think these are your friends.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna let them on in.
How do I, Staffy? I'm new on this Zoom.
Oh Lord, because I didn't show enough lost your picture. But if you got to go to video to get your face back, I did see you. I don't know what you did. I can hear you, but we can't see you. Okay. So you got to go to your video. There you go. Now we 100. I'm gonna get you because I know you've been feeling a little bit under the weather, and I thank you so much. You look wonderful.
I got my fan on me, Staffy.
Oh Lord. Everybody, this is Dodi Alexander, but we know her as Dodi. Some of you might remember her being part of the dynamic duo Pam and Dodi from back in the day. But Dodi is her own down right now. She's got some singles out, some EPs out, and all that kind of good stuff out. I think Aisha I'm gonna let Aisha in.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let all your friends in so we have a great audience.
Yeah, hey, living waters.
So this is her church family, everybody.
Yes.
She shared it with them to come on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make you, the big picture there. I guess that's how it's showing. I don't know how it's showing on Facebook, but everybody, Dodi Alexander is here and she's gonna sing us out. Listen, coming this week before Dodi sings, I just want you all to know, because she's gonna take us out. I just want you all to be encouraged. I got Apostle Eric Wilkerson will be coming, and he's the gentleman that has absolutely transformed the hood back into a neighborhood, and it is absolutely beautiful. I may go live on location with him just to show you some of the homes that he has restored, and we'll just maybe that's what I'll do, and we'll just take it from there. All right, Dodi, I ain't gonna hold you another.
Okay.
Let me put your friends back because I think that's some encouragement. All right, everybody in your corners there. Dodi Alexander is getting ready to sing a little something for us. Your choice, my dear. Take it away.
I'm just singing a song by Brian Papa. I ain't even singing my stuff. I'm singing something because I said, let me sing something that I can sing real quick and get up out the way.
Fine, my dear. You fine.
First of all, I want to thank you. Throughout the years, you have been such a great support, and just to be under your wing. Also, from way back in the day with Eastern Michigan Choir, and you just always open that door and that platform for me to just be able to just minister. Yeah, and I appreciate you so much. I want to thank we would even call you and be like, Staffy, we need a ticket to go such and such. I mean, you was Johnny on the spot.
Thank God for Buddy Pass.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Take it away, my dear. Whatever you want to do with music, no music. Mary had a little lamb.
Here we go.
And
Amen.
welcome, family, the rest of your family, your family.
My family can sing with me. Hey. Oh, I want it all back. Hey. Oh. I want it all back. It's mine. It's mine. I'm taking back my healing. It's mine. It's mine. Hey, I want it all back. You can have my joy. By God's stripes I am healed. Woo. I want it all. It's mine. Woo. Thank you, Jesus. God, I thank you for blessing me. It's mine. And you can't have it. Oh. Hey, you can have my peace. No. Hey, it's mine. It's mine. Oh, God, I thank you for my healing. It's mine. And I claim it in the name of Jesus. Hey. It's mine. It's mine. Oh, God, I thank you. I receive it. Yes, I do. And you can have it over there. Hey. And you can. Come on, clap your hands with me. Hey. My God. And you can have it. No. Hey. Woo. I wish I could do this thing like I really want. Hey, you can't have it. Hey. And you, no, you can't. No. You can't have it. Hey, come on, clap your hands. I want it all back. You can have your joy. Yeah.
Yes.
God bless you.
God bless you, my dear. I got you in the raw. Yes. Loved it. Absolutely loved it, my dear. You know, you can always hold it down for us. And I am always appreciative, my dear. I know it was a little stretch for you. I appreciate you and your dear. I think these are friends and church members that have got on.
Yes.
And have joined on with us. We couldn't hardly hear your music, but baby, you was rocking it. That's why I say she giving it to us in the raw.
Oh my God.
It's all right, baby. You sounded G-O-O-D. Do you hear me what I say?
Thank you.
I love it.
I'm out of breath.
Girl, look, and being in this house, baby, and not getting up exercising will have us like that.
Yes.
Well, sweet girl, you missed no beat, and I have always loved your singing, and you are definitely a staple here. I know you're from Flint, is it?
Lansing.
Lansing. That's right. And she just migrated down here to Detroit, and we kind of hog tied and bound her, and she's been
yes
ever since. And your friends are chiming in saying amazing job.
Oh.
Absolutely, because that's just what she does.
Yes, that's my church family, Pastor J. Moss.
Oh,
yes, Pastor J. Moss, Pastor Melanie Moss. That's my church family.
Oh,
yes, I am with, as I still call him, Jimmy.
yeah, little Jimmy. Yes. Well, honey, that is, you will be my little catalyst to get him on my show.
Yes, and Living Waters Church. Yes, I'll send you his information.
Okay, please do. We know each other, so
Yeah, yep. Because y'all don't work with each other.
Staff show. I would love, because I would really love to know. I haven't talked to him since he's become pastor, and I know exactly where the church is. It's not far from where I live. What is that? West Chicago?
Chicago. Excuse me, Chicago and Greenfield.
Is it, okay.
Yeah, Hubble, yeah.
Hubble, right there. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
And we stream online as well.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Was it LWC, Living Waters Church?
Yep. Okay, yep. I think somebody is posting it right now. They're posting it right now. Now, Dodi, tell us, how can we get your music, my dear?
You can go on any social media website. My Facebook, my Instagram is Dodi Music #1. Instagram, that's Instagram.
Yeah.
Dodi under Dodi Alexander on Facebook.
Okay.
And you can go on any social media. My single that I did have out, it was called Come Together.
That's right. Come together.
Yep, come together. Yep, come together.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Come together.
Yes. Now I'm gonna put you on a little spot right now. I got one more minute. And what is your favorite hymn?
Oh, let me see.
While she's thinking about her favorite hymn, because I'm gonna make her sing a little.
I don't even know if this is a hymn.
That's okay. Your favorite song. It could be whatever. Your church members.
Bless the Lord.
There we go. Go.
Oh, my soul and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. For he has done great things. He has done great things. He has done great things. Bless his holy name.
Hallelujah. I love it. Yes, the Bible tells us to bless the Lord at all times.
At all times. That's my favorite scripture.
Yes.
His praises shall always continuously be in my mouth. Psalms 34:1.
Come on now. Come on. I'm waking her up now, y'all see.
Right.
I love it. I thank you so much. I wanted you to be at the top of the show, but you were right where you were. And I'm sure so many people are giving you thumbs up and things, and hearts on my live here. And thank God for all your church family, Living Waters church family. Thank you. They hung out with me. And Londa, the young lady named Londa, she was
that's my god sister from Lansing.
Okay. Oh,
I got Lansing.
Yes. I see it now. Who are all these people? People. And so I started by, and then Londa said, "Oh, well, I'm Dodi's god sister." I said, "Oh, okay." Got her own. Nothing like bringing your own audience. I love it.
Yes.
I love it, my dear. All right, everybody. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Thank you, Living Waters. I'm gonna have to get by there one day when we all kind of something.
And come out here and sing your song.
I'm gonna have to try to do that.
Pastor J, he loves having guests.
Really.
Yes.
You know, there's so many great singers. I'm sure they all kind of come through there, girl. I've been sweating my boots coming through there.
No. We got a praise team, the band. We'll sing along with you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a shoe in then.
Yeah.
Living Waters family, you guys have made my show. And everybody, I want you to continuously tune in to the Just Face It show with your girl, Staffy. Nightly. Right now, it's been about 8 o'clock, so I just can never tell you what's next. But I believe tomorrow it will be also Eric Wilkerson. Love you, Dodi.
Love you too. Keep me in your prayers.
I absolutely will. And I'm praying for you that God will totally do what needs to be done in your life. And you know what we talk about.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we're God like that. And Shannon says that We're on Facebook. I can't read the rest of that, Shannon. Let me see. I don't know. Oh, there we go. See, I'm still learning this Zoom stuff too, everybody.
Me too. This only my
So-
third Zoom call. Don't laugh at me.
Yeah, well, hey, girl, join the club. Because I just clicked on it. I said, let me see what happened right here.
Yeah.
Shannon, you can just go to Staffy Blakely. I'm getting ready to transition to the Just Face It page that I have. But my name is Staffy Blakely. So I'm under that. Okay, so find me there. All right. Okay, I'm gonna see if I could maneuver and see. I was somewhere and then I clicked on something. Here I go. Okay, I think maybe I'm somewhere over the rainbow. Okay, there we go. All right, I think I'm out of here, everybody. Till we meet again. I don't know what y'all can see. Okay, I don't know. I clicked on something and there we go. All right, I'm gonna play my little outro and we are out of here. And until we meet again, everybody,
Yes.
be encouraged. You've been listening to the Just Face It show.
Tune into the Just Face
Yes.
with your host, Evangelist Staffy Butler Blakely, every Monday at 5 p.m., where we face life victoriously.
Till we meet again, everybody, be encouraged. Now I got to find out how to get out of here.
Okay.
Dodi, you could just click off because, girl, you might be on here forever if you wait.
Okay. All right.
All right. I see you, girl.
Okay. Love you.
Love you, sweet girl.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to learn all these buttons, everybody,
I don't know how. Okay. Wait.
because I don't have a clue. Here we go.